Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we back, we so back, we so back. It's been a while since we read anything Haruki related, huh? I don't remember when the last one actually was. I think it was a while ago, that's all that matters. Patch thingy for this, unfortunately, again, it is only one day. But hey, it's been a while, I'm not gonna complain if we get one day. I remember there's something great happened, and then Yuichi turned into a nervous wreck, and then he just bailed on Haruki. Okay, I can click this time knowing that there won't be a update complete screen thingamajig. As soon as I got home, I just had to sit down and record it. Ah, I cannot wait. Was this also always a thing? 2 dates over here? I don't remember. Ah, what do I do? For the past few days, I've been hanging around Haruki a lot, trying my best to act normal, but it feels like the harder I try to be normal, the less normal I am. It's a miracle he hasn't picked up on the fact that I'm crushing on him by now. Maybe he just hasn't had anyone crush on him before, and so he doesn't know what it's like. And also, well, if you try to pretend to be normal, you're not being yourself, if it makes sense. How do people handle this? How are you supposed to act around someone that you have a crush on? I've never had a crush before, especially not on a guy, so I don't know how to behave. The constant tightness in my chest when I talk to him or think about him or hear his name. Oh my word! God, I hate it! I've been walking around like a goddamn loon all week because I can't focus on anything. I'm massively dropping the ball in every aspect of my life and I have no clue what to do about it. Oh my word. I just want to take a second here. Hearing Yuichi speak that way about Haruki is wild, because do you remember on my first couple of episodes of this, probably like a year or two ago, them fuckers did not like each other at all. So I feel like this is so much progress right now. I feel like it's come a long way, but even though it really hasn't been. Oh my god, June looks different. When did this happen? I don't remember June getting this bright update. Oh, he looks so good. Wait, I feel like the only person who... Okay, these guys look the same. I remember in one of my episodes I looked at Shuichi and I was like, what the fuck happened to Shuichi? Like, his sprite is completely different. But you're different too now. Okay, that's nice. I'm guessing you guys are gonna get updates too eventually. Hello, F to Yuichi-kun. Huh? Yeah, so sorry, I zoned out a bit. No kidding, you barely said a word this past 5 minutes. You also haven't touched your food other than stirring it around without eating. What's going on? You've been acting like a zombie for days now. Days? Try weeks. I can barely hold a conversation with him anymore. He's got that dead-eyed blank look all the time now. It can't be that bad. Oh yeah? What about the conversation we had this morning? What conversation? Exactly. That's not what I meant, you ass. We texted in the morning and then I ran into you on my way to class after the tennis club's meeting. I'm asking which one of those you mean. At least he remembers that much. I wanted to crawl on top of my desk and sleep the day away after that meeting. See? Yeah, whatever. What did we talk about when we met up this morning? That's easy. Wait, I can get this. One sec. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way. I clearly remember meeting up with Shoichi on my way to class and walking with him. I possibly have no memory of what we talked about. I can't have been running on automatic the whole time, can I? I can't remember. Wait, really? Yuichi-kun. No, seriously, why can't I remember? I remember walking with him and all, but... It's not like I was doing anything to distract me then, I was just walking. I ran into Shoichi, so I thought it would be nice if I'd run into Haruki too. Oh. And I looked around to see if I could spot him, and the thought of... Are you kidding me? Nope, no way, I refuse to be this kind of person. I cannot be the guy whose head has been high up in the clouds so far that they can't function over thinking about someone else. There's no world, no universe, no reality where that person is me. Absolutely not. Dude, are you zoning out again? Oh my word, June looks beautiful. This sprite is so good. I was asking if you had something on your mind lately, or if something's been worrying you, but you keep staring without answering. I did? Are you okay, actually? This is dire. Right? Even during this morning meeting, you were zoned out. We had to ask you the same question 3 times before you answered. It was early in the morning and I was tired, that's all. In his defense, I tend to zone out in those. See? Is that all there is to it? Granted, you tend to space out in the best of days, but not usually with that wistful look on your face. All sighing and stuff like you were a little bit ago. I had a wistful look? You look like the cover of those sappy romance novels that Saya-chan and my sister would love. I resent the comparison, but it's true. Again, where the hell are you people taking these examples from? At least it's a regular romance novel, not like a BL manga. Hey! Pretty sure my sister likes those too. Why would you bring this to BL? Gah! Stop being unknowingly on the money. I don't mean to speak for the others, but I can't exactly know what's going on in your head. So, when you get quiet and distant like that, I worry a bit. Sorry, I promise there's nothing really going on. I've just been distracted while thinking of stuff. I've got a lot of thoughts in my head and all. Or at least nothing going on that I would want to talk about. Isn't that kind of the point? Huh? Again, June looks so good. I love that sprite. Yeah, I said I'm worried since you've been quiet and withdrawn, with that face like you've got the world weighing on you. And your way of rebutting it is that you've just been quiet, distracted with a lot of your mind. But was it? I guess when you put it like that, it does sound like a pretty bad response. No kidding. Think so? Maybe ease up on him a bit. This is starting to sound like an interrogation or an intervention. Sorry. That's not what I'm doing here. You're fine, Yuichi. The point isn't that I'm mad at you. I'm worried. It's very different. It's okay, really. It's not like I'm having a problem or anything. Just been muddling over a thing for a while. Oh yeah? What thing? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Just lie to them. That's not that bad. I mean, I feel like not Yuichi, Shoichi might be able to tell because he's known me the longest. Again, it's nothing really. If it's nothing, then it shouldn't be a problem to talk about, right? Ugh, no way. There's absolutely no way I can talk to any of you about this. I don't trust Saya for a second to act normal about this, and Shoichi's already proved he has a stick up his butt about Haruki. The last thing I need the two of them is all up in my business. Jun is an unknown. He might be okay with it, possibly, maybe, but I don't know him enough to chance it. Keikun is probably the most level-headed person here, so maybe I could talk to him about it, but I don't think we're quite close enough for it. Plus, there's a chance that he'd think that the whole thing is stupid and tell me I'm silly for even worrying about it. There's being accepted and then there's being too accepting, and I think he might be the latter. Oh, okay. I thought you guys knew each other longer. I thought you would trust Keikun. Oh shit, no, I keep... Granted, I don't really want to talk to anyone about this right now, not when I have no clue what I'm even feeling. Pass, it might not be a big deal, but it's still a private matter. A private matter? Okay. Why are you making that face? You're not exactly the most forthcoming person in the world, but I don't think we've ever heard you say that before. Yeah. Usually you'd be all like, I just want to be left alone right now, or just drop it, man, or even don't have anything better to do than to bother me, stuff like that. You actually saying nicely that something is private is unlike you. What? Damn, that was a pretty good impression, Sho-chan. Right? I'm actually proud of it. Oh my, with the animated tail wag, that's cute. Even Keikun is looking down at it like, huh? I do not sound like that. It's close enough. Not even close. Do you know me at all? Come on, you. I'm just ribbing you. Ripping you? Okay. That's no excuse, but if you're going to mock me, at least try to get it right. Yeesh, sorry, my bad. Are you sure everything's okay? You seem a little on edge. I'm fine. Sorry, I don't want to be a killjoy or anything, I'm just not in the mood. I usually find it fun to play along and tease each other, but not about this. I guess I'm a bit sensitive about it. This is all new to me and I'm embarrassed about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you or anything. You didn't. Look, it's not a big deal, It goes without saying, but whether it is a big deal or not, if Yuichi-san doesn't want to talk about it, then we won't, right? Agreed. Attempting to force someone to talk against their will hardly inspires trust. If anything, it makes it harder for them to want to open up to you in the future. Oh my word, these two are talking facts right now. Yeah, of course. Sorry, Yuichi-kun. Right, I didn't mean anything by it. It's okay, seriously, can we just drop it? Thank you for the save, June. But you're still making a big deal out of it. Please stop! I know. How have things been on your volleyball team, Shoichi? Oh, I haven't been by in a while. Really? Why not? Dude, are you seriously? Because I'm quitting? I've said as much before. Oh fuck, you forgot. Oh boy. Yuichi-kun, is that right? Sorry, I forgot. There isn't really much else to say, really. I have to focus on my studies if I want to improve my chances of getting into a college. Plus, they'll need time to readjust around the seniors leaving. I think I'm the only regular quitting this year. That sucks. I'm sorry. It's fine, I've made my peace with it. I haven't turned my official resignation letter in since I've been really busy, but I will soon. At least last I heard, they've been doing well. Yeah? Ritsu seems to be keeping up to date with things. Last I heard, the juniors are doing double duty and fired up since the tournament. Koizumi in particular. Yeah, you mean Haruki? Yeah, I took your advice and tried to be more understanding of him. Told coach to go easier on him too. He did work really hard during the finals, surprisingly enough. It makes me wish he'd done that when I was still around, but, you know. It happens. Not everything can be perfect. Plus, I kinda deserved that talking to you gave me anyway. It was being an ass without realizing. Koizumi still gets on my nerves, but he's alright. Oh, look at that. Wait, when you say gave you a talking to, we're talking about like way back then when he talked you into in the janitor's closet or something. Maybe we could have been friends if I'd done something differently. But can't know now. Ritsu is competent and level-headed, and if Koizumi is working well enough with everyone, that should improve their offense. They'll be fine without me. Fair enough. Not gonna give me a speech on how I'll regret quitting and that I should think about making a career again? Now that's unlike you. But maybe I am a little out of it. Yeah, sorry. It took all my willpower not to jump on the topic of Haruki. I need help. This is so pathetic. To think I'd forget about Shuichi's plans to quit his team. I am a terrible friend. I need to get it together, ASAP! Talking seriously for a second, though. You know if there's anything bothering you, you can talk to us about it, right? Yeah, I know, I appreciate that. I just need to think on it a bit more before I decide if it's something I even need to talk about in the first place. Of course! I'm just saying that you have us here, you dummy. If it's anything serious, we won't make fun of you for it or anything. Yeah, I know I might not be around as much. And maybe you might not want to open up to a junior, but we are still friends, are we not? Yeah, of course. June hasn't said anything in a while, and it's freaking me out. I'm less worried about trying to be made fun of it, and more about you guys trying too hard to be normal about it. Partly because you'd fail anyway, especially you, Saya. By the way, not to revive an old topic or anything, but what's this meeting you guys mentioned a bit ago? Huh? Oh, it was the Tennis Club's meeting about the upcoming trip for the regional tournament. We had to talk about parental permission for the younger students, accommodation, supplies, fees, schedules, that kind of thing. Those meetings tend to run a bit long, so I can't blame Yuichi-kun for zoning out a little bit. But he was pretty much on standby mode the entire time. It was concerning. A bit long? I'm used to the bureaucratic process and I still felt as if my soul was about to exit my body. How long did it take exactly? An hour. An hour? Man, being part of a sports club must be harder than I thought. Not really. Coach just tends to go on and on about this kind of stuff. Even with all they've talked about me not paying attention, I barely missed out on anything important. Travel requirements are the same every year. The permission slips are standard and had to be handed out to the underage students weeks ago. The supplies we take with us are always the same and tend to be assigned by agents' seniority anyway. I don't even know how to say that word. I could leave a cardboard cutout of myself there and come out of it knowing all the relevant information anyway. You're not wrong. The meetings are mostly for the benefit of the younger students or those who haven't qualified for these kind of competitions before and are going to be one for the first time. They're more for covering the school's ass, honestly. It's one of those things we just gotta talk about because we gotta talk about it. It's one of those kind of things. It's just a checkbox they need to tick. Again, not wrong, but I am the captain of the club. What do you want me to do? I still need people to show up and be present. Mentally, that is. I'm sorry, Mizoguchi-san. Usually I try to defend you, but not here. Not with this. This kind of thing is why I turned down to having any kind of involvement in that sort of thing, but you have forced my hand. Speaking for myself, I don't really get why you guys have meetings all take so long. Granted, we only traveled for competition once or twice before, but when we did, the meetings took about 15 minutes tops. If anything needed to be squared away with specific players, coach just had to stick them around after practice to talk about it. See? Again, I know, but there's nothing I can do about it. The system is what it is. The system could really stand to be changed. But what do I care? This is my last year anyway. There's only one more meeting like this for the nationals, and odds are Saya-chan, Keikun, and I will be the only ones qualifying to go anyway. Coach will probably want to drone on about it, but if I put my foot down about us having heard it a million times, I can probably cut it short by at least 20 minutes. At this point, I'll take anything I can get. Hey, I know. Do you boys have any plans tomorrow afternoon? After practice, you mean? Yeah. Sorry, Hitoka's been up my ass lately about hanging out with her, so I promised I'd go shopping with her after class. We'll probably end up having dinner at the mall. Hey, maybe we can join. I'm sure Hitoka-chan would appreciate having another girl there. I love you, but God no. Whenever you and Hitoka get together, you go on and on about boys and clothes and stuff, and it makes me want to shoot myself. Come on, it's not that bad. We talk about movies and stuff too. Romantic ones. So? Besides, what's wrong with me talking to her about things we both like? You expect me to talk to her about sports and sci-fi? No. What do you guys say? Do you two want to come? Why are you inviting other people to my hangout with my sister? Hush, it'll be fun. Sorry. As lovely as it would to get to know Shoichi-san's sister, I have to be a bit more serious with my studies. My parents aren't too happy with my grades on the last midterms. Aw, I guess I can't argue with that. What about you, Yuichi-kun? I have plans already, sorry. Really? Aw, that's a shame. You've had other plans pretty often recently. Come to think of it, what have you been up to? Oh, you know, just hanging out with friends. Really? That's cool. You've isolated yourself a lot in these past few years. I'm glad you're hanging out with other people other than just us again. Who is it, Arushihara? No, not me. If that were the case, I would still be hanging out with people in our group, wouldn't I? Good point. What about you, Keikun? I don't know. It's not as if Urata actually invited us to join. I feel bad about crashing his time with his family like that. Dude, please. Saya will be coming either way. So at least this way I won't be outnumbered 2-1. I see. Oh boo-hoo, poor Shuichi has to spend an evening with his sister and his friend. What a terrible, terrible fate. Besides, you'll be hanging out alone with Hitoka-chan for a few hours anyway until Cake-chan and I are done with practice. True. Guess I'll have to prepare myself for it. Stop it talking about it like it's some horrible like it's some horrible punishment I'm inflicting on you, you ass. Stop making it into one. Well, it's not as if I'm terribly busy. It wouldn't be the worst thing. Besides, I could hardly abandon Urata now. My man. Boys suck. Okay, interesting. I don't know what this conversation was even about. It was about Yuichi not listening to his friends, and then it turned into a tennis tournament, and then it turned into this. I sigh in relief as the T's targeting bullseye moves from on my mark onto Sire's. I was expecting them to give me more grief about having alternate plans, but thankfully they were distracted by that point. Or maybe what June said about me leaving my privacy had more of an effect than I thought. Either way, I'm just glad I wasn't forced to tell them who I'd been hanging out with today. Oh boy, oh my word, oh no, the tragedy if they knew. I mean, really, does it care? Does it care? Really, does it matter? It's just a friend. For now. Watching you guys. Once the regular hours for the club are over, I make sure to slip out into the locker room first thing. Usually I'd lose track of time. I wonder why he'd slip out in there, to be honest with you. Usually I'd lose track of time or stick around longer, but lately I've been making sure to be consistent with when I leave. There is the added downside that the locker room is much busier if you're leaving when everyone's leaving, but there isn't much I can do about that. Besides, it's not like I'm slacking off on practice or anything. I still have work out for the time that I'm here. I'm just not dying to spend all night here to the point that I have to get called out so that they can clean up. God. That said, showering at school is still stressful. We do have stalls so that at least I don't have to worry about that, but it's still nerve-wracking. I hate getting naked in public, especially lately I've grown a lot more aware of how many naked cats I'm surrounded by. Oh no. No. A part of me can't help but think, did you only just notice that's why you've been trying not to look dumbass? And it hurts a little bit. Oh, don't be like that. He's going through the motions right now. And now that I've been a little more aware, I've been chancing a glance every now. I've been chancing a glance every once in a while, and whew, I really shouldn't, because I'd be at a huge risk of exposing myself. Because of that, I'm more stone-faced than usual, getting changed while staring at the wall the whole time. Also, while we don't have mirrors in the school lockers either, so that's another reason I don't like showering here. I can try my best to brush and groom myself, but without being able to actually look, I have no clue if my fur is presentable. But, well, a certain someone would complain if I tried leaving without showering, so I have to play to my audience. There we go, that should be good enough. I hope. Well, time to see if Haru is done with practice yet. I did slip out a little bit earlier than I should have to avoid the worst of the locker room congestion, so I might have to wait a bit. I crossed toward the volleyball team side of the locker room looking for the wolf. Thankfully, with how long it takes for me to groom myself and how little the other guys seem to care about their own fur, movement's already starting to die down, at least on the tennis side of things. Don't have to walk around with my hands covering my eyes. Yo, Haruki, oh, God. Oh, he's got that cute Shirayuki attack shirt. Oh my God, is he wearing pants? He better be wearing pants. Oh God, indeed. Huh? Oh, it's you. What? What's with that dumb look on your face? You high or something? No, so sorry. I spin around on the spot facing the nearest locker so that I can avoid this. God, I don't know how my sense of timing is so bad, but it can't be this bad. This is the second time this week. Oh my word. At least last time he was just in his underwear, and now I've got a full view of his... Oh God, his dick. Okay, we gotta blur that. Fuck. No, don't think about that. There's something wrong. I can just about hear and feel the wolf walking towards me instead of getting dressed. And that alone sends shivers down my back. You can't be serious, you shit. No, it's fine. I just didn't think you'd be naked. I ain't naked. I got a shirt on. Yeah, but your dick is out and all. So, who cares? So, who cares? You don't got a dick of your own between your legs? Then again, you're a hell of a pussy, so you might not. I, that joke is so bad that it was actually funny. That's not just because I want to give you your privacy. Doesn't mean privacy? Who the fuck cares about privacy here? This is a locker room. What do I care if someone sees my dick? Why are you acting like a blushing maiden about it? I'm not a whatever you just called me. Alright, prove it, pussy. How is me looking at you meant to prove anything? Ugh, fine. I'll turn around. With any luck, he's at least got his underwear on. Oh boy. Well, here comes the blur, hopefully. I hope. Yeah, I hope as well. Or do I really? God, what is up with me? Oh my god, why are you wearing even less? Why does it say that? That's so stupid. I can't with this, it's so funny. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew you'd react like that. That is fucking hilarious, bro. I see Haruki now fully exposed and my heart nearly leaps out of my chest through my mouth. The moment he sees my reaction, having apparently been expecting it, he doubles over it in laughter, as if it's the funniest shit ever. At no moment making an effort to dress himself. This isn't funny. Speak for yourself. I'm having the time of my life. Who? Leopard? Haruki, cut that out. The locker room isn't for horsing around, so get dressed already. No one here actually wants to see your bare white ass walking around. Ooh. To further compound my embarrassment, I realized how not stealthy we've been. As a member of the volleyball team that I hadn't noticed before, a tall, well-built leopard that I recognize as one of the seniors on the team tag along with Shoichi chimes in, telling the wolf off. Yeah, whatever, Rio, I've had my fun. You are evil! Not my fault you're so easy to tease. If you don't want to be made fun of, then stop being so fun to mess around with. I'm just existing, man. What the fuck did I do? Haruki backs away, and only then do I realize that in my effort to put some space between us, I basically squeezed myself against my nearby locker. Oh, a nearby locker. Not that it helped much anyway, since there's not that much room to maneuver here in the first place. Haruki turns around and I see the swishing of his tail as when he bends over to pick up the shirt that he'd thrown on the floor. God have mercy on me. What did I do to deserve this kind of torture? He does look good in that shirt, though. The Shiroyuki attack shirt. The wolf turns around, looking at me in the eye and smirking as he puts his shirt on, clearly enjoying tormenting me as far as he should. If he actually knew why this is getting to me so much, I really doubt he'd still be doing it. My only saving grace is the fact I've managed to hold my bag in front of me and covering things. Oh, yes. I remember that at the end of the previous video. It probably looks weird as hell, but at least it's plausible deniability. There, better. We both know you can't go out in public like that. No, duh, you think I'm stupid or something? Just asking if that's good enough for you to stop your pearl clutching. I'm not pearl clutching. There's nothing wrong with me being uncomfortable with nudity. You're being a dick. No, I have a dick. There's a big difference. You know that's not what I meant. Whatever you say, princess. Give me a second. I need to grab the rest of my clothes from my bag. You're lucky you're handsome. Otherwise, you'd just be an intolerable ass. Oh my word, the fact that he's saying that about him is so good. It makes me feel like we've come such a long way to get to this point. We've gone through so much ups and downs, mostly downs, to get here. There, you can stop looking at me through your fingers now. I was doing nothing like that. Like looking away for a second before glancing back at me is any better. I was checking to see if you were dressed. Alright, not like I care anyway. Now come on, you've made us waste a bunch of time already. Wasted. Yeah, you're the one who... Hear that? It's the sound of me not giving a fuck. Now either you keep up or get left behind. Your choice. I'm left gawping, my mouth opening and closing uselessly as the wolf walks out of the room, making sure to give me the finger as he does for some reason. I used to think I was getting the hang on how to handle him, but for the past 2 weeks or so, it's all gotten away from me so spectacularly that I'm left fumbling more like I have ever been in my life. What the hell happened? Sorry about that. The leopard from earlier approaches me, and it's only now that Haruki is out of my field of view that I realize he'd been shirtless before, and the fact that I'd noticed I can no longer see the spots on his chest. That realization does not help my embarrassment one bit. Koizumi can be a handful. If he figures out any opening he can exploit, he'll do it just to get a rise out of you. I thought I knew that, but lately it seems to be leaving me speechless a lot more often than he's used to. If it's any consolation, since he started hanging out with you, he's been a lot more well behaved in and out of the court. It helps that Coach started going easier on him, but the two don't butt heads nearly as much as they used to. And he's not getting into screaming matches with Ritsu or any of the other seniors anymore. I'm glad to hear. Higa said a while back that I was apparently being a good influence or whatever, but it's nice to see that it's been extending as far as the volleyball club too. Now if only Shuichi were around to see it, maybe he wouldn't be so hard on Haruki then. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. We'll do. Though you'd better run if you want to catch up with Koizumi. I think he might actually leave you otherwise. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. Bye-bye. See ya. I rush out of the building looking for Haruki to make sure he doesn't entirely abandon me. Thankfully, the general anxiety along with the talk with the leopard gave me enough time for my problem to go down. Bro, come on. Now to find him. He's probably out of the school grounds by now. Instead, I spot him almost immediately a few steps from the building door, sitting on a nearby bench scrolling on his phone. Oh, there you are. Huh? Took you long enough. Yeah, I'm surprised you waited. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be cool to just ditch you. Why are you so out of breath, though? Did I get you that much in there? No, I just rushed to catch up with you. I didn't think you'd actually wait around. That's it? Boring. Haruki hops onto his feet, shoving his phone back into his pocket and walking off without a moment's hesitation. Man, what's been up with you lately? Feels like you've been on my case a whole lot more than usual. Have I? That's probably because your weaknesses are so easy to exploit. Oh god, don't phrase it like that. Oh, so sensitive. Whatever. I really don't get you. You've been more of a dick than usual, but you've also been nicer to me than usual. Stuff like waiting around for me just now, when before I feel like he would have just ditched me. Or giving me an ice pop a few days ago saying they didn't have change, so he thought he had to buy two. Aw. On Saturday, he paid for my food, saying he had an extra discount coupon that would expire soon. But at the same time, he's been teasing me a lot more often, calling me even more colorful names. More usual that has been starting to flick my forehead whenever I annoy him. Okay, sounds good. Granted, it's not like it hurts. It's more startling than anything. But what's his deal? Maybe I should ask Kika-kun if this is his usual when Haruki warms up to you. Other than just joining us early on Saturday, I haven't seen much of the Sabertooth lately, so there hasn't been many chances to compare notes. And it feels weird to message him about it. I've been more or less learning to go with the flow since I've never quite predict what Haruki will do, or how he'll react to anything at any given time. But man, Haruki keeps me on my toes. It's exciting in a way, but also equally exhausting. By the way, I haven't seen much of Giga-kun lately. Did you invite him to join us today? Huh? Giga? Why do you care about him? I'm just curious. He's your friend, right? I guess. It's not like we have to do everything together. Besides, I rather do things one-on-one anyway. Keeping track of too many people at once is annoying. Is it? It's not really that bad, I don't think. Speak for yourself. People are annoying. Either way, if you want to hang out with him so bad, go get him so you two can go out together. I'm good. Come on, man. I just assumed you'd like having your friend around. Don't assume shit about me, dumbass. Gotcha. Sorry. Now who's sensitive? Shush. Okay, now where are we going? Since you guys have hung out quite a bunch since the last time we read this, so I want to know what the routine is. Still, despite his generally prickly attitude, Haruki doesn't seem to be in a bad mood. If anything, given the fact he's walking in pace with me instead of ahead and the way he keeps the conversation going when I go quiet, he actually seems to be in exceedingly good mood. Which is bizarre to think about. But I guess I've gotten better at interpreting his moods. So, what are you thinking of today? You mentioned the arcade. We play for a bit and then have dinner at Sizzlaya. I don't know what that is. Yeah, just about. That's nice. I haven't been able to go to the arcade in a bit. Last time was a couple of weeks ago when Kiga invited me to join you guys. You bailed pretty quick though. Again with Kiga. But wait, forget it. Either way, I wasn't feeling that today. I saw on Omega's website that they've launched new versions of Mei Mei and Rithio, and Saitama's arcade seems to have both. Mei Mei? Is that the one that looks like a giant washing machine drum? Yep. They're not my favorites, but they're still pretty fun. Then again, a rhythm game has to be pretty bad for me to dislike it. That's true. I remember actually being a little surprised when he first mentioned liking it. But given how into music I found he is, it makes a lot more sense. You did mention a few different games the last time we talked about it. If I remember correctly, his favorite was... Oh my god, what was his favorite? Oh no, fuck me, dude. I don't remember. It's been like months. I don't remember which one it was. Oh my god, I should just save here and then just guess. Oh, right, your favorite was Taiko-san, wasn't it? No, not even close. Really? I could have sworn... Right, your favorite was Groove Connect, right? No, not even close. Really? I could have... Damn it. I know, your favorite was Mad Beat, right? I'm surprised you remember. Hey, I have a pretty good memory for the important stuff. Is he sweating? Oh my word, I couldn't even realize that. I didn't even notice that like drop of sweat on his cheek. Look at that. Don't know if I'd call this important, but you do you. Maybe. I played the shit out of it the latest release, so it feels kinda stale by now. When does a new release come out? Usually once a year. Version 23 was launched back in November of last year, though, so it'll be a little while before the new one comes out. But version 23? It is an old-ass franchise on the arcades. How many versions did you expect it to have? If they don't do a new one at least every 1 to 2 years, no one will play it on the machines anymore and they might as well let it die. Oh, do keep in mind that when I talk about Mad Beat, I'm talking about the current spin-off series. If you count the releases of the original franchise that I got discontinued in the early 2000s, there's well over 40 of them by now. For 40? Holy shit. I mean, I occasionally play them when I'm at the arcade, but it's not the whole kind of thing I go out of my way to play. Racers, fighters, or light gun shooters have always interested me more. Well, sorry I'm so clueless about it. Ha! Who cares? It's not like I expected you to know anyway. You're a damn normie. It's not like I'm much more of a normie than you, we just have different interests. Huh, fair enough. It's not like rhythm games are that niche. I'll give you that one. Man, he's become surprisingly agreeable all of a sudden. Then again, talking about your hobbies with someone that shows an interest would probably put anyone in a good mood. He seemed pretty happy when we talked about music the first time too, in his own way. Still, you're pretty knowledgeable about this sort of thing. I'm impressed. That's so. There's not much to it. You spend most of your free time hanging around the arcade because it's better than being home when you're bound to learn a thing or two. Arcades make for a good excuse to stay out even after school and clubs are done for the day. Granted, it doesn't mean I had the money to play all that often. Lots of times I just hung around and watched. That's fair. Sounds rough though, sorry. It's in the past. Haven't had to do that for a while. Or more like I couldn't, I guess. But that's really heavy all of a sudden. I know about Haruki's history with his dad and everything, but it still catches me by surprise when he mentions it. I don't know what to say about it, especially when I've picked up early on how he hates being pitied, or even thinking about that he's being pitied. If I show too much sympathy, he'll get mad at me like usual. I know better than to fall for that tap at this point. Yeah, that really sucks. Good thing it's over, huh? Right. I can hardly tell if this is any better, but I'm choosing to believe it is. Haruki is usually the type of person who prefers throwing himself into any kind of distractions rather than dwelling on tough subjects, that I've come to notice. Or at the very least, he doesn't appreciate prying into his personal business. In fact, the few times he's volunteered information, I had to resist pushing my luck and asking for any follow-up questions, as those usually tend to piss him off as well. It's basically I have to wait for him to tell me things in his own time and not make a big deal out of it. This drip feeding of information is a little frustrating, but also really exciting when he drops little nuggets of lore. I take it to mean he trusts me more, and that's a rush. Oi, keep up, will you? Give me a break. My friend Saya has had more of workouts lately, and she's been pressuring me to work harder, to not be a bad influence on the juniors and the freshmen. And my legs are dying over here. Ha! You serious? Damn, man, you're being whipped. You've met Saya. Do you think you'd be able to say no to her if she actually pushed? Good point. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, I remember they had like a banter before. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Well, the banter wasn't funny, it was just the way that people reacted to it that was funny, I remember. After what seems like my umpteenth loss in a row across a wide arrangement of games, I sigh in frustration, looking to the side to spot Haruki's gloating smile already preparing for the mocking that is to come. See that? Oh yeah! Even in frickin' DDU you've got no chance. Were you born with 2 left feet or something? Well, I've always been proud of my ability to pick up games and skills pretty fast. Being good at adapting on the fly can't help me much when the moment I'm feeling like I'm getting the hang of the game. Haruki claims to be bored of it and has to switch to a different one. The other game he wanted to play, whose name I already forgot, hadn't arrived to the specific location yet, so there wasn't much we could do. Still, after half an hour of me watching him play, Haruki stopped and insisted we play stuff together. Aw, that's cute. He said it was unsettling to feel my eyes on him. I literally say, oh, it's so cute. He's like, no, it's unsettling when you watch me. Part of me wanted to bring up on how he didn't hesitate to get on. Part of me wanted to bring up on how he didn't hesitate to get my eyes on him earlier today. But somehow I couldn't imagine that interaction ending up in my favor. If anything, that would leave me wide open to be dumped on some more, and I don't think I need any more of that today. I just don't get it. One moment he's telling me keep my eyes to myself and calling me names. The others he's making sure I have eyes on him, then it's back at looking at me looking at him creepily. Feels like I can't win. Easy for you to say, every time I feel like I'm getting used to a game, you switch it up on me. So, what are you expecting? For me to spend all my money on a single game until you get used to it? Dude, these are all so damn different. Have a sense of rhythm? It's shocking that you don't seem to have any. I thought tennis players understood rhythm. Fuck off. Ha, Chihuahua's got a lip. The hell did you just call me? Nothing. I don't trust that smirk for a second. When I first met him, it bothered me on how rarely he seemed to smile. It made me wish I could make him smile more. Boy, did the monkey's paw curl here. Alright, what else do you want to lose at, Chi-dork? He was gonna call me Chihuahua again, wasn't he? I have no clue what the context is here, but I hate it. Still, I'm not going to get meekly over and roll over and take it. I have to be a little bit smarter about this kind of thing, otherwise he'll keep thinking I'm some sort of punching bag forever. If I keep getting riled up and flustered every time he'll eat me alive. Instead, I should play it cool or fire it back. Oh man, choices! From Haruki, I'm gonna throw it back in his face. Anything? Anything. Alright. How about Giga Sidewalk Fighter 4? Really should think twice before answering such a generic question. Now you don't have an excuse to refuse, do you? What? Fuck no, I meant a rhythm. Aw, I see how it is. It's not anything after all, is it? You want to goad me into picking a game you feel comfortable in because you're afraid you'd lose otherwise, don't you? Excuse me? Oh, you did not just call him a puppy. Oh no, why would you do that? Okay, well, when I said fire it back, I didn't think you were gonna fire it back that hard. Like, I was thinking fire like a pistol. You're firing a shotgun here. Okay, that's what this is, right? Puppy talks big game when he's on his home turf. But when he doesn't want to play anything else, since then he'd be the one getting his ass kicked. Oh, Haruki's not gonna be happy about it. Now that I think about it, you were nothing special last time we came here. Guess you're really sorta good at one thing, huh? Must be a tough pill to swallow, right? Knowing you're a loser, that is.
You wanna run that by me again, bitch?
Oop. Yeah, I fully poked the hornet's nest. I expected this to happen, but it's pretty damn scary. I mean, yeah, I'm big and strong, and it's not like I haven't gotten into a fight once or twice over the years, so I don't think I could get my shit rocked without being able to throw a few punches myself. Are you gonna fight with Haruki? Stop! But what kind of maniac acts flippant about getting into a fight? Just because I'm confident I can hold my own at least a little doesn't mean I want to pick fights for no reason. That being said, I know that if I back down here, Haruki will run by default. So even if I don't think he'll actually throw a punch, I better stick it out my chest and speak with confidence, knowing that it's not entirely off the table. Do I have to? You've got 2 working ears, no? Oh, or sorry, do you need me to talk a little slower so that you can keep up? God, please take the bait and stand down. I'm rapidly running out of material here. Trash talking has never been my specialty, and I'd rather not have to go for anything harsher than this. If anything, I already feel bad saying this much. No, what do you mean? Haruki already says a lot of bad crap. You! Please don't start swinging, please don't start swinging, please don't. Alright, you're on. But if you're not at least halfway decent, I'm going to fuck you up. Oh. Holy shit, that actually worked! Thank God, I was getting a little scared there. The only other things I could think of were totally unhinged and so not okay. I'm so glad I didn't have to go there. We move on to one of the side fighter 4 cabinets, though it takes a bit before one is free. The place isn't exactly packed, given it's a random Wednesday after class and all. But Sidewalk Fighter has always been a popular series, and given how bad the 5th one flopped, that only drove up the interest in the 4th game. Sounds like every game nowadays that has sequels. I can kinda sorta see why they were going for a 5th game, trying to make it easier for new players to pick up on and all, but boy did they shit the bed with it. Graphics sucks, online sucks, it released with horrible frame data, a bare bones roster, missing tons of modes. Most of the features that were promised weren't actually shipped in the game. Oopsie. That said, once we were both put up coins and booted up into a character select screen, I can already tell what's going to happen. This is the final edition of the game. There are tons of characters, and when you select the character, you can also choose what version of them to play. And different versions have different moves, frame data, properties, etc. This is a notoriously complicated game, and one that I've played the shit out of. Haruki will now find himself in my home turf. And just by the way his eyes are glazing over, I can tell he's nowhere near ready for it. Now comes the very important question. Who do I pick? Oh, do I get to choose? Historically, I've mained Kaito, who's a pretty technical character in general. What with her slow walk speed, weird dash, and high startup on a lot of her moves. But she also keeps you guessing, as if she manages to land her big moves, she is pretty much in instant win conditions. Especially when her Karasuka command grab is concerned. Being able to be cancelled into her strongest supers, and also giving her a lot of good mix-up opportunities. Okay, so you're basically explaining a broken character, but that takes skill to play. If I pick her, yeah, he's got no chance in hell. She's not a top tier or anything, but there's zero chance a total newbie can't beat me when I play her. I've seen him play a couple of fighters with Kiga last time we came here. He might not have touched this one last time, but I could tell he didn't know his way around fighting games. On the other hand, while no holds barred ass kicking might achieve me a high level of humbling I desire, I could maybe deal a little bit more psychological damage. Ooh. I could maybe pick Alinea, I'm gonna go with Alinea, who is pretty much the most busted, obnoxious character in this game. I feel dirty playing her, but there's no denying that dealing with her in a weird ass hurtbox, that makes her super slippery and wonky to hit her. Her wide-reaching super fast moves that can get you from a mile away, and the fact that she can spam heals that would probably drive him insane. Or I could pick a really, really bad character that I kinda know how to play a bit and make a huge show of how I'm picking one of the worst characters in the game to give him a chance. The Iago would be perfect for it. Huge, lumbering, slow as hell, and he has so many bad matchups it's not even funny. But since he's a grappler, I can abuse the hell out of his command grabs to not give Haruki any chance. Haruki's probably also like strategizing in his head right now. And some of them can jump scare you a bit, with how he can stretch out his arms and run at you full screen like a goddamn zombie before grabbing you and smashing you on the wall if you don't jump. Either one of those can cause some serious mental damage and put him in his place. So I wonder, oh man, choices. Oh, dealing the psychological damage sounds fun. I want to do that, but you said he takes no skill. But you said Kaito takes skill. She's good and takes skill. This one's good, takes no skill. This one is just trash. I'm gonna go with the top one. Since you're so confident, I suppose you wouldn't mind if I pick my main and play seriously, right? Yeah, of course. Great, I just wanted to make sure. You looking down on me? Me? Looking down on you? Never. You little bit. Oops, you're running out of time to pick your character. I'm clearly getting to him. That is great. Okay, I forgot that you said that Kaito was your main. You said there's no way Haruki would win. At this point, all I have to do is exist and he'll be fuming either way. Of course, I'll make sure to play as seriously as I can. I haven't played much of the 4th game since the 5th game launched, but it shouldn't matter much. At most, I'll drop a combo or two. I'll just back off using too many combos relying on one-frame links and do less optimal stuff that's easier to hit. He'll get obliterated anyway. What's it matter if I juggle him for just 15 seconds instead of all 20? It's such an evil thing to have. Having lost another set, Haruki stares at the screen dumbfounded. His anger kept rising continuously during the 10 sets or so, and he kept insisting on a rematch each and every time despite him getting his ass kicked so bad I started cringing a little bit. But after a while I noticed it all wash over him little by little. He kept asking for rematches and growled at someone who tried to take his place after one of him, scaring away any other players from challenging me. But eventually he was left bewildered. Even I wasn't expecting that. No way, I lost again. What can I say? I'm pretty good at this. You weren't kidding. I feel like I've been watching myself get comboed non-stop. I can barely do anything. To be fair, you fall for a lot of frame traps and don't know the correct answers to a bunch of wake-up mix. I'm basically knowledge checking you to death. I don't even know what that means. So sorry, but maybe I took it a bit too far. I wanted to humble you a little bit, but I got carried away. No, it's cool. If this is anything like what I've been doing for an hour, I deserved that. Oh god, he's been so quiet and understanding and stuff. I don't know how to deal with him when he's like this. Did I break him? Feels like I broke him. What the hell? I'm supposed to be happy I won. Why the hell am I feeling guilty now? Man, this sucks. I've been coned. Sorry. Stop apologizing. I said it's cool. Don't make me repeat myself, lose. Dude. Wow, I did want to give him a little bit more respect. I didn't expect this much. Granted, I doubt it'll stick long term, but maybe I should be happy with myself for knowing how I can push back properly sometimes. So long as he's fully dressed, I have nothing stopping me from thinking clearly, I suppose. Why did that feel like a self-dunk? So, what now? You want to play something else? Maybe not a fighter though. How about a shooter or a racing game? Aren't you good at all of those? I'm good at most games. What's your point? Pass. Besides, it's getting late anyway. Ah, right. You want to head home? Not just yet. I'd like to stretch my legs a little bit before I go home. It's a long commute, and I'd rather just enjoy myself some more before I have to get packed into a giant tin can. Can't blame you there. I'm talking about the train, right? Also, no, why are you going home already? That means the day's gonna come to an end, and that means update's gonna be over, and I don't want that. But seeing them play together so much, it's amazing. I know most students tend to take the train, so it's a real privilege to live close enough in a big city to be able to walk to school, but I do not envy it. Did we get going then? You're asking me? He never asks. He usually just walks off and then expects me to follow. Is there someone else I could be talking to, shit for brains? Then no. Then yes, I'm asking you. Unbelievable. I guess I did ask a silly question. I was just so taken by surprise about the whole thing. Sure, let's get going. Word. Haruki quickly takes the front, leaving me to follow behind as usual. Okay, nothing's changed there. It used to annoy me quite a bit. I've gotten used to it more or less, side by side when I was out with my friends. Sure, there are exceptions when a narrow street or a sidewalk or something, but it's more about the consideration of it all. Having him walk ahead of me all the time used to make me feel like he couldn't get rid of me. And some insecurities I didn't know I had would bubble up from that. But now, I'm more or less comfortable and I know where I stand. I might bitch a lot, but I'm pretty confident he enjoys my company. Besides, I'm not complaining about the view either. Oh my gosh, get a grip. Lately, I have no clue about whether he'd complain about me having his eyes on him or not. Feels like it changes depending on his mood. But at least, like this, I don't have to worry about it. But hey, I can do worse than a view of Haruki's ass when his tail swishing in step with his walk. Lord, what's happened to me? Since when have I been this shameless? Do I even care? Oh. You okay, Haruki? Thankfully, I snap out of it fast enough to come to a screeching halt once I realize the wolf stopped moving. Hey, what's gives? I almost bumped into you. Oh, my bad. I think I'm gonna make a quick stop. A stop? What are you... I look around, noticing we're surrounded by several crane machines, all of which are lined up with different prizes. Plushies, dolls, keychains, figurines. Are you gonna get your little brother something? Has the little brother got a Sprite? Oh my word. I want to see a miniature Haruki, I really do. These tend to be a dime a dozen, and you're bound to come across them walking around, especially in larger cities. Even more so in a place like this. You, into crane machines or something? No, don't give a shit about him. Despite saying so, Haruki walks right toward the machine, saying that he'd been staring at, and pulling out his wallet and fishing out a coin to start up the game. Then why? Just shut up and give me a minute. Okay. He's trying to get Taro thing, right? He wants to get Taro a toy. I've never had much of an interest in these, so I can't say I understand the appeal. Even if it's just about prizes, you don't care about the game itself. Most of these are just things you can buy independently anyway. Sure, some more expensive machines are filled with exclusive collectibles and whatnot. These aren't that. Tch. I watch in silence as Haruki operates the machine, trying and failing to get something in his first couple of attempts. Isn't that one kind of small? There are easier targets too. Da-da-da, buzz off, Nat. Yeah, yeesh, I'm only trying to help. You don't have to be so rude. Is there like a specific prize that he's trying to get? Despite there being a bunch of prizes both large and small, with some of them even being lined up and being dangling over near the payout chute, Haruki insistently goes over to a specific one near the front. Then by the time I tried to see what he was looking for, the shifting of the prizes from his first catch attempt covered up a bit, but I can't see it. It looks small though. If you want it that bad, I could buy it for... Dude, I already told you to zip it. Alright. Just don't waste all your money on some cheap knick-knack. This was his 5th attempt. He's already sunk 500 yen into something that probably cost half as much. Fine, if he wants me to be quiet, I'll be quiet. I watch silently as the wolf groans, and when the prongs seem to be going off to a close towards his desired reward, only for a bit and then slightly off the left, not managing proper contact. Shame, he's trying to get something specific. You do know, even at the best of odds, these only really give you a payout once every 20 pulls, right? You're pretty much banking on some 1,200 yen. God, this is grim. Does Haruki have a secret addiction to claw machines? I know a couple of people who refer to themselves as such, and I would not have picked him for this type. It is in the moment that I look away, deciding to check on my phone for a split second, that I hear a quick chime playing. When I look up, I see a small screen on the top of the machine announcing the prize that has been earned. There we go. Happy? I step forwards, crossing my arms and standing next to the wolf as he leans down to claim his prize. I managed to see what it was, some kind of purple thing, but Haruki's large hands quickly close around it in a way that I can't really get a great look. Come on, you kept me planted here for several minutes so you could get that thing. At least let me see what it is. Haruki examines the object carefully, looking over it and flipping it around with great interest. What did you get anyway? Haruki glances at me for a second and then looks back to the thing. Here, see for yourself. Before borderline shoving it at me. I grab the thing by its strap and only then do I realize what it is. Oh my god, it's cute! It looks like a Lilo and Stitch type, like, thing. I don't know. A keychain? I raise it to eye level, letting it dangle from the hook and slowly spinning it around, giving me a very good look. It's pretty cute, I guess. I suppose I can give you that. Cute little alien dog. It's nicer than I thought. Oh yeah? Then you can keep it. You weren't trying to get something for your little brother, you were trying to get something for Yuichi. Oh my word. How did I not think of that? I'm so stupid. Huh? I thought Tara might like it, but you're right, it's garbage. If you like it, you can keep it. Otherwise, it's going in the trash. You're kidding me, right? You spent all that time trying to get this, and now you're going to agree it's cute and say that it's trash? Why would you think it being cute is something that matters to me? Oh, come on. You might have eccentric tastes, but you can't really hate this thing, can you? It's a cute little plush keychain of an alien doggy. It's adorable. Yeah, barf. If you don't want it, then give it yours so I can throw it away. No, keep it. Sheesh. Good. I love it. What do you mean? Oh, it's adorable. And since Haruki got it for you, that makes it even more special. I look at it again, letting a smile paint my lips. Despite his attitude, it's okay for me to feel happy about this, right? I guess it's just trash to him, but he still did give me something, right? Wait, I just noticed. Is this little doggy a Shiba? Is that supposed to be me? Hey, little guy! Ugh, gross. If you're gonna be weird about it, then give it here. I'm throwing it in the garbage. What? No, stop trying to throw my keychain away. Then stop being gross and creepy about it. It's embarrassing. Dude, there aren't even that many people around. You take yourself too seriously. Maybe you're not self-aware enough. No, sorry, that one I'm not buying. If anything, I pay more attention to the people around me than I should. I could agree with you here and get it over with, but then we'd both be wrong. Whatever you say, if it's embarrassing for you, then should we leave? Yes. There, problem solved. And I'm the weird one. Not needing any further encouragement, Haruki turns around and takes off without a glance back. As if the whole detour wasn't his idea. Still, for a split second before his face comes hidden from view, I can almost make out what is a faint crooked smile on that usually snarky mug of his. Oh, even if that's only my imagination playing tricks on me, that view nearly makes my knees buckle. Oh, it's this place. I remember this scene when it was daytime. Man, it's always such a nice change of atmosphere when you get out of a stuffy building and step into the cool night air. Even with air conditioning to deal with the worst of the summer heat, stagnant air is still nowhere near as pleasant. That's the stuff. It's pretty nice out here right now. Hey, I was thinking the same thing. I do feel a little stiff, though. Haruki steps onto a corner away from the flow of people, leaning close to the wall. Are you alright? Yeah, give me a sec. The wolf stretches both arms above his head, grabbing one elbow at a time and really giving his body a big stretch, curving sideways in both directions while doing it. I'm caught by surprise, letting out a low choking sound that I hope he didn't catch if I notice his shirt riding up and exposing a bit of his midriff on my wood, as well as his underwear waistband sticking out. I've noticed that Haruki seems to have let down his guard majorly around me, and these views have been getting more and more common with each passing day. Can't tell if this makes me really lucky or really creepy. Although I have to at least reposition my body so I'm glancing at him from the corner of my eye. Gotta make it not so obvious that I'm ogling a wolf. Fuck, why does he gotta be so hot? Yet the moment Haruki opens his eyes, they snap right at me as if they see through my attempt. What are you looking at? Nothing, I was just waiting for you. Yeah, alright. Gah. He wasn't supposed to notice me. I didn't expect him to look right at me. I forget how cute Yuichi's faces can get. They're so like, look at that. Not yet. Mom doesn't have a shift today, so she's home with Taro. I don't have to rush home or anything. That's fair. What do you want to do? Grab dinner? Sure. What do you feel like? Burgers are fine, something quick. Works for me. I haven't had one in a little while anyway. Though I do have to watch my diet a bit. I have been eating out more often since Haruki and I started hanging out more. And it's easy to lose control like that. Especially considering I've been easier during practice. So I won't be exhausted when we go out. Maybe I'll avoid having a soda or a sugary drink with it just to be safe. Still, I've started to look more forward to these little outings. It's weird, this feeling is so unfamiliar. I can't put my finger on why. The sensation of butterflies in my stomach when I think of someone, of looking forward to spending time together, wondering what they're doing and thinking about. Why do I feel like I felt this way before? I've never been attracted to anyone, at least as far as I can remember. It's crazy how fast it all hit me, I don't even understand it myself. All I know is I can't help but feel giddy right now. Trying to keep my tail from wagging over time is a serious challenge. I keep my eyes on Haruki the whole time, while following him from behind. Though I slowly veer a bit to the left as I do so, wanting to get a glimpse of face, even if it's at an angle. And that's when... Watch it! Oh, what happened? I'm suddenly grabbed by the wrist and tugged to the side, my face and chest nearly scraping against the pole that I'd completely failed to notice until the last second. I blink a couple of times, surprised and trying to get my bearings, realize I've been grabbed by the wolf. Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, whoa, that one was close. Wait, Haruki has his hand around my waist right now. Score! Why? I look him in the eye, trying to get some kind of response, but his bewildered look tells me that he's just as confused as I am. Oh, come on. Don't let him go. Don't let Yuichi go, Haruki. You got this. After what seems like several awkward seconds, Haruki grunts and steps away from me, quickly scaling our surroundings before looking away from me entirely. Pay attention where you're going, dumbass. You're lucky I noticed. Don't go walking into traffic or nothing. Yeah, of course. Sorry, got distracted for a sec. What was that? What the hell am I doing? I should be mortified right now. And on some level I am, but... Fuck, why do I feel so giddy? My face is so damn hot right now. It is more cute than hot, but yeah. Get a grip, please, I'm begging you. Thanks, I could have ended up with a nasty bruise on my nose tomorrow if that wasn't for you. Whatever, man. I happened to see your stupid ass about to walk into a pole from the corner of my view, that's all. Honestly, I should have let it happen. Would have been way more fun for me. That's fair, but still, thanks. Ooh, this looks like a date spot. I followed Haruki to a local fast food chain, though the wolf said nothing in for the remainder of the walk, leaving me a little nervous. Mom's job isn't the best, but it's keeping a roof over our heads, and I'll probably pick a part-time job during the summer to help out. If anything, the only issue right now are the damn vultures annoying us about our old man's debt. Right, I do remember that. Have they been bothering you still? Of course they have, they're loan sharks. Of course they have, they're loan sharks. What kind of magical land do you think we live in that they'd let us off the hook after they shooed you off once? Ouch, you didn't have to say it like that. Maybe I am naive. I don't know how this kind of thing works. It just sounds absurd to me that they'd be chasing you guys down for debt that you didn't pick up. If they want to shake someone down, they should have tried getting his dad in jail. If that's even possible. You're wearing that kick dog expression again. I can't do anything about that. It's just what my face looks like. Yeah, go ahead, laugh at my expense. At least if it puts a smile on your face, I'm not complaining. I should probably get going though. Oh. Wait, did you finish your food? Holy shit, I totally didn't notice. I've been so caught up in my head that I stopped eating completely. So sorry, give me a minute and I'll finish eating. I can still walk you to the station though. Pass, I want to clear my head and think about stuff. I'd rather be alone. Oh, right. Later. Ugh, again with this, you just say that and off you go. Ugh, he's back to calling me that. It seems he sneaks those in whenever I let my guard down. Later. Haruki smoothly slips out of the booth with his tray, and I turn around to watch him throw away his trash and then walk out of the restaurant, feeling a little lonelier once his figure disappears completely. And I wanted to hang out for a little longer, though I also have a fair bit to consider right now. Like, what was that about me being a bad secret keeper? Oh, okay. I suddenly have a really uncomfortable ball growing in my stomach. I need to finish my food and head home, but my appetite is completely shot. God, this is gonna be one hell of a night. No, there it is. I was dreading this screen that would show up, and there it fucking is. All right. God damn it. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's all there is to it. Unfortunately, if I'm gonna give my overall thoughts on this, I'd have to say that I remember I said before in my previous video that I felt like this was gonna be the turning point, that this would start to get interesting, and Haruki and Yuichi would make chemistry would make proper progress, and it seems like it is to an extent. Like, you remember, like, back when they used to like despise each other, and now they're talking to each other, and like Haruki's doing stuff. All that little keychain he got was adorable. Oh my word, I can't get over that shit. That was great. But unfortunately, it was only one day, and like most Haruki updates, he gets like 1 or 2 days. He doesn't get much, and he doesn't get much for a while. So who knows? The next video I make on this is probably gonna be like months down the line. We'll see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. We'll see about it though. If you guys like the video, there's a like button down there just waiting for you to press it. And if you enjoy this and you find yourself coming back for more, just please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. It helps me keep me motivated. I just can't express my appreciation enough. But anyway, Haruki and I will see you in the next update. Bye bye, friendos.